Hello and welcome to Toon'd In, where I review cartoons, no matter how new, no matter how old, no matter the cost. I'm Josh the Fox Mills, and this week I'm covering a super toon. This week, I'm going to take a look at a superhero forced to cross-dress in order to obtain and maintain his powers. Join me after the credits and I will review Shezow! Shezow aired on the Hub Network for one season with 26 episodes. Each episode was segmented into two 11-minute segments. This was a superhero action comedy. Basically, the plot is this. The original Shezow was a dynamic superheroine back in her day. Now, after her natural death, her great-niece and nephew move into her old house. While unpacking, the nephew, named Guy, discovers an old power ring and jokingly puts it on. This binds Guy to the duties of becoming the new Shezow, complete with girly costume. So he has to dress up like a girl and fight crime. Transgenders! Girl that is a guy! Actually, that's a little unfair. Guy's gender actually doesn't change at all. He's just stuck in a silly costume. I'm actually amazed this show didn't get in trouble from some kind of special interest group. You'd think joking about cross-dressing would offend someone, right? Well, I don't know about that, but I know that many of the jokes centered around Shezow were written by the female writers on the staff of the show. For example, what is Shezow's mortal weakness in the show? Why, bad hair, obviously. Hey, it's okay. A girl wrote it. Moving on to the theme song. It's a nice, high-pitched energy ditty that explains the plot a bit. Nice. I love it when they do that. You know what you're getting going in immediately. Anyway, Guy, as the new Shezow, must stop bad guys and save the day with the help of his sister Kelly, the brains of the team. His friend Maz, who takes on a new sidekick persona every episode, and the computer system Sheila, who is one sassy CPU. To do the job, Shezow has all sorts of powers and gadgets, such as her laser lipstick in Punishing Pink, and the Shehickle. The Shehickle. The special car for the costume crime fighter. I love puns, but that one actually hurt me. Hurt me. The episodes are ridiculous parody, and the villains are no exceptions. We have foes like Coldfinger, a Mr. Freeze-like villain with a parody name similar to Bond's villain Goldfinger. Tattoozilla, a really old tattooed man who can conjure objects and creatures by pulling off his tattoos. And the bizarre sea creature, the Moctopus, who is comically sarcastic. Of course there are more villains, practically a new one every episode. Very few villains were reoccurring, but that's okay, as sometimes Guy's behavior is a far more devastating villain. For example, Guy helps himself to some money after stopping a bank robbery, and his own powers turn on him to cause him to slowly shrink until he returns the money. I think that about does it. To keep myself from rambling about nothing, it's time I get to my final thoughts. What does the fuck say? I still don't know how I should feel about this show. I remember liking it and having a good time, but social pressure makes me wonder if it was okay for me to like it so much. Nothing seemed mean-spirited, and it was all in good fun, but you just don't know what will offend people nowadays. If you have a tolerance for this kind of humor, Shezow is a silly and stupid tune worth checking out, I think. I enjoyed it. I would watch it if there was nothing on. It wasn't the best show in the world, it certainly was good enough. Maybe you'll like it too. You have to just take a step back and laugh, you know? You go, girl. Next week, we see what happens when our friends at William Street try to make a puppet show in the style of Sid and Marty Krofft. Come back next time for Saul of the Mole Men. Until then, stay tuned.